Hello, world. This is my plea for U.S. soldiers to drop out of the Army and prospective U.S. soldiers to not join the Army. Don't do it. I'm going to attach this to a petition on petition site. Please sign it. Then I'm going to send the petition after I get my 1,000 signatures to the Armed Forces Recruitment Office so that they can show it to all of their prospective recruits to please don't join the Army. Now, I know that there's financial problems these days, hard to find a job, high unemployment, but not having a job is a good thing because everybody has parents. And, if you don't have parents, join the Army, if it's like a life or death thing. But if you have parents, move into your parents' garage or their spare room. Look for a job. If you can't find a job, just stay in the room all day long. Eat beans and rice. And spend all of your extra time educating yourself. Get a little laptop computer. Surf the web. Get an online degree. We'll probably get a loan for that. Or just teach yourself so that you can work. There's lots of rich people who you can exploit in a good way. Maybe I shouldn't have said exploit. That you can hire yourself out to. Transforming their houses into solar systems. All kinds of services you can provide for rich people who are always going to have money for you. And so then you won't have to join the Army. We spend 22% of our money as Americans on defense. That's a lot of money. That's more than 1/5 of our entire budget goes to defense. And it's money that goes down the drain. It's all nothing, not to see it ever again. It's dead money. Like NASA, sending people off into space could seem like dead money, but in a lot of ways it's high-tech stuff flying around. We utilize that stuff to keep America competitive in the world technologically, computer chips and all this stuff. But technology to kill people, how are you going to use technology to kill people in the world? People aren't going to buy that stuff, and if they do, it's bad news. We have 40,000 troops in Korea. We've got 2 bases in Germany, with 40,000 troops. We've got 2 wars going on, invading countries, and all the other countries think that we're dicks for that. We're not appreciated for that. We spend so much of our own money. Despite that, we still are according to the UN, the 6th most richest, most developed country if you would take child mortality, health, and income. 10 years ago, we were 4th, so we're slipping down the ladder. But we'd be number 1 if we didn't spend a 5th. What other country spends a 5th of their money on defense? We spend all of our money for the defense of the world. Now, yes, the world does need a policeman. There are definitely countries out there that would, if they had the chance, they would attack other countries and go nuts and all this stuff. But we don't need to have bases in other countries. We could just fortify our borders and then it would be good enough. These other countries, like China and Russia and stuff, they're not as prone to attacking other countries as proponents of all of the money we spend on our defense would try to tell you. Especially in this day and age, the world is changing. The world is changing so fast. Everybody has internet. Everybody's connected to each other. Everybody's uploading videos on YouTube. It's like one big happy family, not in the context of America, but in the whole world. So it's time to scale down. Scale down. The government, and plus, if you don't join the Army, the Army can't find any more recruits because nobody will join, then we will, all this money that our government has that we spend, we'll spend it on something else that's of use, that would actually make our living expenses go down and help us financially. Programs to education programs to keep us well, competitive in the world, but also to get us caught up, because we're way behind Europe in terms of you know, mass transit. Actually, I'm not a really big proponent of mass transit, but yeah, mass transit for cities. Solar systems for our buildings. All kinds of other alternative energy. That stuff can take lots of manpower to transform houses with solar energy. A lot of work. And if the government could help out with that, spending money that they don't spend on the war machine, then we could get that transferred really quickly, and we'd be doing really well. And our living expenses would go down. You know, no more utility bills. People could live in a nice house and not have to work because there'd be no utility bills because it's all solar. Yeah, I'm a big believer in fixing the economy of the world by spending less money. The first thing you want to do is spend less money. We spend $40 billion a year on the war on drugs too, but I've already made that video. So, sign my petition. The link's right over there. Sign my petition to ask soldiers not to join the Army, and existing soldiers in the Army to drop out. If you want to blow stuff up, you can buy the dynamite at your local hardware store. If you want to do target practice all day, we can buy guns in America. Go out to the field and shoot stuff. You could be a hunter. There's all kinds of ways you can do that. If you want to, get paid to pump iron all day long, well, just get a gym membership. They're only like $250 a year from 24 Hour Fitness. Huge gyms. Or work out in your home. You can check out my site, callpounds.info. All kinds of ways. So, if I hear somebody is working in the Army, is in the Army, is in America, I'm like, okay, that person's kind of silly and confused. We don't need it. We don't. Countries aren't going to invade us, dudes. It's not going to happen. There are countries out there that invade each other and kill each other, but that's their problem. If they want to be a bunch of animals, there's other ways we can go in there and fix stuff for them. The regime in Iran is about to topple. It's over. The king of North Korea is about to die. It's going to change. Don't worry. We don't need to spend all this money on a killing machine. 22%. 22% of our entire budget. So drop out of the Army, man. If you're a soldier, I don't have that much respect for you if you're a soldier, dude. Sorry. You're stupid. So drop the fuck out of the Army, man. Come on. Drop out.